Huzur, this question has come from Germany. A new convert, he asks this question. He says, in our literature we see that our Jamaat presents one verse of Surah Sajda, that is yudabbiru al-amra min as-samai ila al-ardi thumma yaruju ilayhi fi yawmin kana miqdaruhu alfa sanati mimma ta'udun. This verse and another hadith that is khairul quruni qarni thumma alladhina yalunahum thumma alladhina yalunahum. By presenting these two in the same place, our Jamaat wants to prove that the time of the advent of Mahdi is 1400 after Hijrah. He says, I don't understand this logic. If Huzur kindly explains for me.
Practically, I have other explanation of this verse, and I have calculated the age of the universe according to this verse, with the help of another verse in which 50,000 years of God are mentioned. So, if you calculate 1,000 years and multiply it by the days they contain, what would be the number? It will rise to a huge number. So if you multiply this according to 150,000, this is the human counting, which has to be multiplied according to bring in line with Allah's counting. And Allah's counting is is exactly 50,000. So if you multiply these with 50,000 years, the total will become 18 some billion. So the age of the whole universe is mentioned in this. That God decides to create a Ummah, Sharia, whatever it is, and completes the process in 18 point some billion years. And then the entire universe sinks into a huge black hole and disappears. So this is a repetitive system which continues to happen one after the other. So about that argument which some Ahmadis present, that is about 1,000 years after, ordinary years, after 3 generations had passed. That is about 300 years. In 100 years, a complete generation is finished. And add 300 to 1,000, that is 1,300 years. So Hazrat Imam Mahdi appeared after 1,300 years from Rasulullah Sallam. So that calculation can also be made because the Holy Quran has many butun, many underlying meanings of verses, which are counted to be 7 in all. But I have just given you 2 examples. So if this argument is presented, it is not wrong altogether. It is based on the tradition of the Holy Prophet and this verse. According to human count, 1,000 years, that's one thing. So if you count 1,000 years in human count, multiply this 1,000 with every day which occurs in a year, and then the amount would swell to a huge number. So one day of God like 1,000 years of humans. This is what you said?
That's what I'm saying. So